Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about why I keep a reserve in certain type of sovereigns or certain types of sovereigns. So I guess I could title it ASMR video as well, because I'll be placing coins on the table as I guide you through a story of why and how it works for me. So before I do get into it, if you do like my content, you can like, comment and subscribe. I do appreciate it. I try and try and reply to every comment and at least give my view or thank you for watching. So yeah, over time I've been building up a reserve in sovereigns. Now, for those of you that know me, I like my international gold, but I am a trader, and I know that there's always going to be times of feast and famine. There's always going to be times where stock isn't moving. There's always going to be times where I can't really get the stock levels in that I need to trade properly. And that's a problem. So when the times are good, I tend to pick up coins such as these young heads. I just put them to one side because I know there's going to be a day where I might need them. For example, I've just been hit with a massive tax bill. It was a lot bigger than I had expected or than I planned for, because for whatever reason I totally forgot that I had to make a payment on account to cover next year's tax bill. So it's done its job. These coins that I brought in, they're the last line of defense when I want to sell stock and make a profit. This isn't about having coins in that you can fire sell and make a loss. Building a reserve is about building good quality coins that are easy to sell and they will make you a profit as well. Sadly, I've only got 7. I've got 2 of these coming in. So there's a gentleman I've agreed a deal with. We will be concluding that deal sooner rather than later. But there are other coins I add to my reserve as well. They are sovereigns. And slowly over time, it just builds and builds and builds. If I can add 2 quality coins or 2 quality sovereigns to my reserve a month and still pay my bills and still reinvest in other areas, I'm happy. I'm really happy with that. It's not always the case. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but the profit margin has got to be there for me to do it. Otherwise I'm just taking from one hand and putting it in the other, and that doesn't help me because I'm just parking cash. So yeah, 5 of these. So this is what I built in my reserve thus far. Every single one of these coins will make good money if I was to sell it. If I had to fire sell it today, I wouldn't need to fire sell it because they're quality coins. It's not like normal sovereigns. With normal sovereigns, if it doesn't sell, you got to lower the price. With these, they're more desirable. The shields, very much so. Now, these are not even the best in terms of quality, but they will move, and they will move relatively easy for fair prices. There's always going to be buyers of shields, and if there isn't, you can just slightly lower the price and there will be. It's the same with these. I tend to pay spot for these, and I know they're worth more, so I put them to one side. I have been dabbling with the idea of buying other types of sovereigns, but yeah, I recently bought these, as you know. Now, these coins here, some of them are for sale, but I've been desperately trying to keep some because, again, if they are a last line of defense and you need to fire sell, it's quick, it's easy money, and it's quick and easy money at a profit if you buy correctly. And that's why I've been building a reserve in sovereigns. It's very easy to buy coins because you like the look at them, or they've just presented to you. Sometimes, like I'm not a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of sovereigns. They have grown on me over the years, but in terms of the types of coins I like, give me international gold any day. I like my pesos, I like the Latin Monetary Union coins. But these are the types of coins here that they will sell the quickest. It's very easily sold. You can sell them peer-to-peer on the forums, or you can sell them, you can go down the high street and sell them if you really want. You won't get the best price. Like, you can sell them to your bullion merchants. And if you build a reserve over many, many years, you're going to get to the point where you should make good money, regardless of where you sell. Gold goes up and down in an upward motion depending on the amount of currency in circulation. Oh, that's what I believe anyway. If Belang P wants to prove me wrong, I'll happily listen. However, I do think there is a direct correlation between the amount of money that has been magicked out of thin air and the price of gold and or other assets. There's nothing wrong with having a reserve like this. You don't have to trade everything that comes across your path. It doesn't always have to be coins in, coins out. You should always focus on the bills first, and then get to a point where if you need to trade these, that's when you trade them. Now, I'll probably take 4 of these off and sell 4, and I'll try and keep a couple. The reason I do that is because there's good margin in these. However, do I think there'll be more margin moving forward? Yes, I do. And they're great in case I have issues down the line. It's always a balance between what's going to be right for you now and what's going to be right for you in the future. And you can do this with silver. It's just that the risks with silver are more. There are more risks, and you need to really understand how the silver market works. So there's peppermint coins I get in that I know, give it a couple of years, or maybe even 6 months, in some cases, they will do very well. And the reason I know that is from experience. However, there's more risks and there's more downside. And if you mess it up, it becomes a reserve where you can protect the downside, and it moves into a reserve where actually you're going to take a bit of a kicking, and that's not what you want. You want something like this where you've bought well, the price is kind of steady, and if you do need to move it on, then that's fine. Now you could be asking, so Sean, what's your reason for building this reserve? Ultimately, I want to be moving into property. That's where I see myself going, and I want something where I can liquidate a lot of it fairly easily, and I can slap down the money I need fairly quickly. That's why silver doesn't really work. So I've got the dual purpose of it protects against my downside should I have a couple of bad months, which I hope I don't. You never know. I have gotten better as the years have gone on, but it gives me that quick liquidity should I need it, should an opportunity be presented to me. And that's very important, because with silver, if you want to move the equivalent in terms of silver, you're going to have to drop the price. You couldn't do it with, these are more your specialty coins really, but you couldn't do it with specialty silver like the coin I showed in the last video. You're going to have to keep dropping the price and keep dropping it till you're at a point where you're losing, really. Unless you've paid absolutely fantastic rates, it's difficult. So yeah, that's why I keep a reserve in sovereigns. It is twofold, and it is something that most people can do. I hope you've gained some knowledge from this. I hope it hasn't just been me rambling on. That does happen occasionally. and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, guys. Bye.